Welcome everyone. It's the last week of this season of NAOL. It's 1 week away from Go Congress. It is actually 3 days away from Go Congress. This is great. Um, hope everyone in the season had a lot of practice and everything. We are going for a full 2 hours today. Um, 6 game reviews. Let's get started. Here is our section. All right. First, we have Andrew. Andrew and Kai. Okay, let's see this. Andrew, I talked to a lot. He lives in New York, and I ran into him in real life in a Go tournament close to my house. And so, let's see. Blackham too. Okay, so I'm rooting for Andrew. Let's see how the game goes. Okay. The high approach after black defends a corner is very regular. This is pretty reasonable. The most common is to attach, but I've seen this kind of opening so many times it makes me want to. It is no longer very interesting. So it's pretty rare to see a pincer in the modern game, but totally okay. Let's see what White plays. The most common move is R3 attach, and White does play it. 04 is this is an interesting Joseki. In the olden days, before pre-AI, people liked to play this one a lot. There is a complicated Hane Joseki. Let's see how the game goes. This is also Joseki. It's also very AI approved. Q4 is the most common move. I'm glad to see it played. Extend back and the knight move at S4 to protect and deliver weight a safe group. All right. So the Joseki move is here. It's a one and done move. And here it is very tempting for black to seal white in this way. But this is slightly worse than the best AI move in this Joseki shape, which is this jump. This is deliberately relaxing the constraint placed on white a little bit so that when white goes out and does some kind of attack, tries to do any damage against the black surrounding stone shapes, the key here is to not look for the total surround on the white group. Instead, letting a little bit of space develop, letting a bit of a buffer happen. And sometimes if white really wants to, for example, if white plays here, you're gonna just let white connect and move out while black develops. This is a very interesting move. And once we see it, once we see the AI move here, it makes total sense because the most logical move is this, but we are then faced with a bunch of cutting points that are stuff that's going to be on our mind for a long time. And that kind of stuff is Aji, and that Aji is value in the game. So a little bit stronger, a little bit more on the jump. Anyways, in the game, white plays the headbutting move. This is very similar to a very old Joseki where black extends up or plays this weird looking but very effective diagonal move. Then white is planning to get a really comfortable large corner, over 10 points corner. This is white's plan. So black fights it. At this moment, though, it feels like because black is not able to capture white this way, black can only Atari here at S3, which is not going to be Sente in this moment. So it feels like, R2 is not as urgent as the outside, but with all that said, R2 may not be the best move, but it is a very good move, and it is a move that it's a good move, even though we think the other good move is more urgent. White plays here, and black does play the Atari. This is very important. What black wants to be very safe in the corner. To do that, surrounding 10 points is very good. And this move has a very high chance of being Sente. White is this one stone here on the 3/3 is pretty big, but It's pretty big where it's you want to save it, but it's not big enough where you say I have to save it. So it's a very White is in a bit of a decision point predicament. I expect White not to answer this, and yes, White does not answer this, moves on to the outside, and I don't expect Black to capture this now. This is because both White and Black are reasonably strong and immune from getting attacked now. That makes the corner one stone less useful on the safety front, and so and there's okay, good. And so there is a very common thing in Go where it's well, if the stone is not important to you, it's not important to me too. Where the players sort of oftentimes do this kind of thing, where I don't think it's important for me, not important for you, not important for me. I will not capture it. That sort of thing. Do you think Black R8 is possible instead of a S3 Atari? Ah, yes, yes. R8 would have been to save the stone instead of threatening White. This is also possible, but the thing to note about this is the Q7 move and R8 exchange is favorable for White. Black is only Black is about as strong as what Black started with, but White is much stronger than how White started. And so in the quest to not allow the enemy to take advantage of us in Sente, Black Tanukis against this move. Okay. Good, good, good. Ah, we see our first 3-3 invasion of the game. Probably the only one. First 3-3 of the day. I like to see it a lot. This is now the mainstream modern day opening, and as a mainstream opening, it has a lot of good qualities to it. It's very fast. It's very efficient. It does not make the opponent that thick. Does not give the opponent much, and so on. So it has a lot of good to it. Just I do recommend these aggressive Josekis, which is good. Of course, the key to these aggressive Josekis is afterwards you are not looking at White's outside as some sort of super strong strengths. Okay, this is one of the Josekis, and I'm very, very happy to see both of the players play this out relatively perfectly here. The mainstream move is a 3-space extension here, but if you extend 2 spaces and the best move is 3 spaces, you can lose at most 2 points. So it's not a big deal. It's probably 1 point worse than the 3-space extension, which is totally fine. All right, this is a big move too. It makes Black extra strong. It sort of pincers the side White stone. This makes a lot of sense. Still, lower right corner, I give the edge in the lower right corner Joseki slightly to White, mostly because White can easily save the 1 stone, but Black is no longer able to save the 1 black stone. Okay, so I think this game is slightly favored for White at the moment. Okay. This is so all the previous moves were very high quality, good, sustainable development. Everything was good. This is the first kind of a mistake in the game where Black loses a stone needlessly. In these exchanges, D18 doesn't help White. D16 doesn't help Black that much, so those two are basically equal. But E17 is totally useless to Black. It's gonna die. E16 is very helpful for White. White can push through next. So here, that was a significant mistake, much more than the 2 points or something like that. All right, White runs out, saves the 1 stone. Black is now very, very thin. If Black had another stone here, or if White did not have a stone at E16, Black would be a lot more comfortable than currently. So that's where a lot of the previous errors are contributing to making White more favored in the game. Here, this is an interesting good move. It's a peep. If White moves forward, the plan, I think, is to cut and capture the 2 stones. good plan. And so here for white, the good like fulsome like whole bloated up efficient shape is turn. But when the turn happens and black plays here, that one stone is not supported, so white cannot play something aggressive like the Hane. In order to play the Hane move, white has to extend back, but in turn this move does not touch any of the black stones, so I would be a little annoyed too if I had to turn, connect this back like this. So white does not take this uncomfortableness. Tenukis, which is probably also a good idea. Now the normal Joseki has white making another extension here. That would be very redundant with the lower right hand side group. So definitely we don't want to play the normal Joseki move. Probably go back to the extend back. If white were to play on the right, the recommended moves is to turn Hane and play this very, very tight. Knight's move is okay too, it's about the same. Okay, so in the game white plays, the other good extension here. But here's the value of black having played r2 and s3 is shown. This move, it's clearly pretty big, but it will not force black to give an answer to this. And black does not answer and plays an attacking move. Yeah, so this makes sense. All good, all good. However, this attacking move, the local shape, I will recommend this local move. The next move is to headbutt and then to surround white as a whole and attack as a whole. The problem with the game move here is the bulk of the white position, the ABC 3 stones, is actually very unvaluable right now. Besides the 6 points they offer. That's because they're surrounded by a very strong and alive black corner. So white has an easy time figuring out some kind of a sacrifice variation for the 3 stones. This move is a good example, and if white can ladder this now, so this would be good for white. Yeah, and if black plays another move like this, white does not have to answer this. If white answers, white can counter attack. And if white plays another move down here and black captures, it's not a big deal at all to white. Again, remember, it's the additional territory and the additional safety values that makes your moves valuable. And so it looks like black has a very large corner here, over 20 points. But just remember that the moves that black played only got him 6 or 7 or 8, the 3 stones worth of points. The other part of the corner was already secured from before. All right, so white Hane is good. And yeah, if black extends, expect white can continue to play this one and then sort of to sort of do a sacrifice, or white can connect and do a sacrifice like this, or white can actually save the stones. So okay, let's see how white played it. White Tanukis is a good choice too. Yeah. It's just whenever your attacks become ignored, whenever your attacks become gote moves or receives a gote treatment, it is never a good feeling. And frequently you end up having to sort of justify your move by continuing to attack, which black is doing at the moment. Okay, white takes a very simple sente and expect white to move on. In this battle, black has gained 15 points, but having spent 2 moves, is not the most efficient thing ever. Plus, right now the left-hand side group is coming under attack. Okay, okay. All right. Still, the overall game is still relatively balanced. The edge definitely still goes to white, though. Even though black, we can count a lot of territory for black. We can count 10, 20, well, another 10, and this is 10, 20, we can give him 30. So it looks like black has a lot of points, but if you count it all up, it's only 50 points. And for white, that's 20, that's probably 10, that's another 10, and this is already 40 points, which means black has not much of a territory lead cushion to play with, and white has well, this area is clearly white's potential to develop. White also has no problems, and so overall, with the considerations, I expect this to be about 10 to 15 points favored for white at the moment. In this game. Okay, black plays on the top. This is a very good idea. Black needs more and more of a territory cushion. Unfortunately, white seems to be able to make the middle moyo relatively easily. And well, we were talking about this, so yeah, something like this. Black does not feel like much damage can be done to white. Plus, if you do try to do damage to white, white sort of starts to play the end game in Sente, and you're like, I have to threaten white, so you have to capture this white cross, and all these end games in Sente are again devastating to black's chances. Very, very not much fighting has happened yet, but a lot of strategy is being put into place in the game, and so this is a great Sente. Might as well get it, but it's not a big deal. White will get it later. And white will get it later because this headbutting move by black is not Sente. It's white's Sente. It's not black's Sente. So at this moment, this is I see. Black, in an effort to save the middle, lost the 3 stones here, and white saved his other stones there. So okay, good. Yeah, this was a very, very value-driven fighting game. Not that much complicated fights, but we saw some very good strategizing white, ignoring black's attacks on the right-hand side was turned out to be relatively effective. I do think though that yeah, the left was very important. The early game was relatively even. We pointed out this mistake relatively significant, and black ended up having to play a lot more moves to defend the group. And okay, on the right hand side, yes. This press move is a peep against the cutting point, and it's white would rather play this way, cut off the outside one stone, rather than attack black as a whole. Yeah, this was I really liked how white went about the middle game here. It's still a very close game here, but as soon as black started to Tanuki, and then when going back to defend the group, white took the opportunity and surrounded a very, very large center of the board. When black honeyed and slightly overextended, white cut, and then this center large territory proved to be too much, and not much swings happened at the end of the game. Very, very high quality from a strategic perspective. It was very, very nice. Black's attack against white's right hand side sort of it landed, it did damage, but it just didn't do enough damage to white, and white sort of took the momentum of fighting over the buffer zone to expand, and boy did white expand fast in the last game with a big center territory. That was good. All right, this game we have Lakita and Tarwick, two Qs. Tarek is a regular viewer of these game reviews. I'm very happy to see one of his games today. Right. Very nice. I have played exactly these 7 moves no less than a dozen times on Fox. So good, good, good. Very happy to see this here. We talked about this one. The modern day players like to play the tighter attach more, but very, very, very minor differences. No worries. At this point, though, as white, I would I would slightly recommend this one, headbutt here and then Hane connect. The idea is if the game move we jumped, we are spending a move, and as long as we're planning to spend a move here, let's just make like this slightly extra large as a corner. But very, very small differences as usual. The jump is a very, very big move. Very, very big move. Okay. Very reasonable. The 3-3. Good, good, good. Okay. Quite a close opening, but it may feel like white is leaping ahead on the territory. So the next phase of the game is going to depend on how black is able to develop the potential territory that black is gonna have. Okay. This is actually quite a good idea by black. It is if black were to develop the center moves like this one, or black is probably Sente, so like that one, the shoulder hit, the attachment are good ideas to directly develop the center. I like black's play in the game. Black keeps a little bit of balance and decreases the amount that of potential territory that is needed by invading on the top and overall play in very, very reasonable and big moves. Where was the move? This, yeah, this was the move. Okay, here famously there is this shape which is a very, very you'll have to check the AI once to find this move. You might have to hear a review talk specifically about this move for us to pick this up. This also felt when I first saw this move also felt very, very close to white to me, and I frowned upon it. It's hard to understand, but right now the diagonal shape for white is known as like this one of the strongest shapes you can have with just 2 stones. The key to f17 is the next move here is there is this c18 shape which does a very good job of taking white's corner here. You'll see specifically here the AI wants white to block on the outside and so on. White blocks on the inside, which more of the time is the move. White play slightly better. This one is also Sente with that cut. White is actually not alive in the corner. The corner is more black than white. Yeah, I was thinking it would push white out into the moyo that I was trying to develop. Yes, yes, this is a very, very good comment here. So black was afraid of pushing white exactly in this kind of a sequence. Black was afraid of pushing white into the center where black was planning to build a moyo. And it's a very, very common feeling amongst Go players. The key here to remember is when you're building a moyo, you actually want your opponent to be pushed. You want your opponent's unsettled groups to go into your moyo, mostly because if the opponent's group is an unsettled group and it goes into your moyo, in this case, for example, let's say white is unsettled and we're making the center. If we're making the center, we can surround white and we get all these Sente moves with which attacking white gives black a lot of Sente moves with which to surround the middle, which is what we wanted. So as long as your opponent's groups are not settled, you actually want to interact with the group as much as possible. Chasing those groups towards your moyo is no problem, because remember, if you can surround half of your moyo in sente, it's usually much better than surrounding your whole moyo with 2 moves. Good. Good. White does end up pushing into the center. Good. Yes, this is a very reasonable set of moves by black here. Right now, making moyos, playing this kind of moyo game, just remember that the key is to try to turn your moyo whenever possible, to turn your potential territory positions into thickness positions. The key to moyo play is whoever can develop their thickness first has a huge advantage. If black is able to have thickness, it's very hard to invade, and if the opponent has thickness, white will have nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, and then that makes it much easier to invade. So right now in the game, white is very, very thick and solid everywhere. White is very able to go very deep with invasions that are coming. When this is the case, when the opponent has no worries, when you can't hold any of your opponent's positions hostage, it's very important to go for sente when you're trying to surround the moyos. And if the opponent's pretty strong too, and you still want sente, you have to sacrifice some stones. Even then, the opponent may ignore us and just, but in any case, looking to sacrifice some stones will be a good way to try to start surrounding moyos in sente. Okay. All right. So in the game here, black is losing the sente here. It's probably O2 is just too important to not play. And okay, yeah, the key to playing on the top is really getting sente here. Note one other very good AI recommended move here, F17. So we talked about the moyo game, the potential territory, large moyo games. The key is to get more thickness than the opponent, and so this way, this F17 diagonal move, which really strengthens black's weakest group on the board, is really, really big, and it's really helpful because after this, black can starts to play, purely for the moyo development. This move gets rid of a lot of black problems, potential problems. Okay, let's go see. Yes, right. This move makes a lot of sense too. But just remember that if the opponent's very strong as white, you want to go a little further away from him, give as much room between you and your opponent as possible. So this is an interesting other idea for this shape, and it leaves a glaring weakness for white, right? This cut of the elephant's eye. But in this case, black has something set up waiting for white. I'm gonna start sacrificing some stones and make my moyo much stronger. And while we do that, we probably will then end up playing further and further away from the top white thickness. Remember to see white as a very thick group, and so 3 is better than this one, this is better than this, and then pretty soon we find where the AI move is, which is very, very far away from the original point of like the opening of the bag, so to speak. It's all about relative thickness. White is relatively thick right now. Black prefers a lot of middle ground buffering area, no man's land between the black's core interests and the opponent's positions. So a little more space there. It's all about relative strengths. Okay, so in the game, here White plays these two moves. They're pretty big endgame moves, but remember, this early in the game, White already has thickness in the corner, so some territory here is not that important. So it's a good time for Black to extend one more time and then block if you like, or extend back one more and just make our moyos this way. Right. Locally here, though, for the next time, this local move is blocking is also a good local move. The key here is when White can do the extend back, but this way Black has one less cutting point to worry about. Black can Tenuki. White can play this one. Black cannot Tenuki right now. There's a lot of cutting points, but this way Black is very, very thick. And there's a lot of stones here, and it's a very complete and safe shape. All right, so in the game, White cuts, jump is perfect. This is a perfect fighting move. Remember, the key to cross cutting is to extend on one side, and in this case, Black has more stones, so extending to one side is an empty triangle. So we can play extra efficient. This jump is just another incarnation of that extends to one side when there's a crosscut. It's a slightly different shape, but the idea is the same. And White has a bit of a tough. White is in a bit of a tough moment now. The key is, of course, the double sente move on the bottom. Running the stones in the middle feels very unpromising because Black has the stones surrounded, and Black has a lot of potential territory elsewhere. So remember, we are okay with an unsettled opponent group inside or near our Moyo. Okay. This is a good move too. This move is very strengthening the weakest attacking Black stones. See, we don't mind an opponent group here. Black is making territory by Sente, which is much better than making territory by Gote. Nice! I did not talk about this second line extend move, but it's a very, very good settling move for Black. It has high Sente content or Sente properties, which is great. And it is very safe because once Black jumps here, White is not able to Hane here usually, and this way Black has another potential high in the corner. And this eye will make Black very, very immune from getting attacked. Well played on both sides here. I think in the game, if Black, knew about that B17 maybe Black would have played more aggressive here. Was E11 bad direction for White? I think I missed L14 instead. E11, no, E11 is very good direction for White. This jump, it's attacking the left Black shape. It's also providing a reinforcement point for White's middle group. It's perfect. Invading would be bad direction. Black may let's just say Black makes these exchanges, then starts attacking White in the center, and pretty soon we're looking at White almost surrounded and in a lot of danger. So E11, this jump was very, very good. Okay. Yeah, so if I think if Black knew about the resources he has in the corner, it may have made Black play a little more aggressive here. This is a locally good shape. Just think this is not that impressive of a move, but if you look at this from White's perspective, and if you're trying to separate Black, you have to play this empty triangle move, and so the So the discomfort from white really shows black shows the value of the black moves there. Okay, and cutting directly I'm sure would also be a very strong way to play. So in the game, black panics a little bit. I see. Only panics for this inside-outside peep move, but then black comes back and cuts, which is it all makes sense to me now. You're like, I chickened out for a little bit to get extra strong, then I will play extra aggressive after playing extra strong. It's a very balanced way of thinking about this, and it's very, very good, very, very effective. Yes, so right here, the crawling move is very, very big. It's a double sente. Black gets it, which makes sense. Good. Yes, good. Black turns. So now this game is very, very complicated. White, even though this is a very blobbing move, it's a B2 bomber shape. White did destroy black's territory on the left, and black did make this AB exchange on the top, which got rid of that jump resource we had for black, which is many points. So white actually gained a lot of points. It's just that white has another weak group here. So it's hard to do this. It's black actually needs to be very precise because it's always difficult to capture groups, and if black does not capture one of the groups, it can be very bad. All right, so it starts black's final attack starts very inauspiciously because you don't want your attack to start with attacking a weak group, but your opponent captures your own group. So there's a lot more that was given up here. White here on the left gained a lot of territory, 20 points, and saved, totally made his group very, very strong. Now just with one group in the middle, it does not feel like it's going to be much of a problem to take care of this group. Yeah, if white had two groups, we could do some double threats, but right now white only has one group. Okay. And so yeah, nice. So in the game, black goes for the all-out attack against white. Okay, good. If I was white at around this point, I would definitely chicken out and play more moves in the middle, but that's okay. Yeah, it's very, very nicely played by white so far in this game. I have not detected much, if any, major mistakes. There's a few here and there, but those are details. This is defender's advantage, really showcased here. White lives, and black does not have much territory to do this. Oh my god. And black is the one that ends up dying. This is more of a pattern or theme norm rather than the exception, guys. So attackers do not have defender's advantage. So yeah, I misread there 3 times in a row, and it was sad. Yeah. When you're attacking, it's very hard. At first, you can worry about your own weaknesses, but if attacking starts to go wrong, you are stuck between two choices. You can pull back and accept a big loss, a waste of a move, that sort of thing, or you can continue to press, but the most of the time continuing to press will be even worse, and it's very, very hard to step back and accept a medium-sized loss in the fight. Yeah, it's totally understands there. Good match. Yeah. Great match. Okay. Crap. I have to chat open. Okay. Right. Next we have Esteban, and so we have 3Q. Good. This is the game. Good match. Yeah. That was that naol matches are pretty quality, pretty good matches. Um, I really like these. All right. That's the ban. Okay, very normal, reasonable openings. A high space jump, high one space jump. Nice. I like it. The normal move is here. Not much of a difference. Very good. Famously here, guys, you'll see the small knights move in the corner being played all the time. Most of the time, if you play the one space jump, it'll be just as good as the knights move. Okay, good. Um, at this moment, this shape goes slightly towards white. The normal move is here, and here the d6 and c6 exchange should be slightly better for white. Okay, the normal move would be to extend over here as more of a thread, and black is also developing towards the center, which is the normal move. Okay, Tanuki is very valid. In fact, the previous d6 exchange has made white a little bit stronger with that one stone. It's now two stones, and it makes Tanuki much more viable, which makes sense. Okay, good. Okay, good. Here, the AI famously likes to recommend this move. Okay. It's a faster development move, but it's not a very big deal. Okay, this is a very good attacking move. Having just spent a couple of moves in the corner, strengthening that shape, black now attacks white into the just recently strengthened corner. This is a very good idea. Oh my, what move is this? That looks like a good move. That feels like a good move. That may or may not be good, provided white can connect here at J3. Does black have much follow-ups? Jump. So very often in this kind of a shape, the knight's move press, which is also a bit of a shoulder hitting move, tends to be very highly recommended. Just a shape point. In this case, it seems black can do this in Sente. Probably a good idea too. In the game, black just jumps. As long as this is Sente, it will be just as effective. And white allows this to be Sente. Good. Black also plays a correspondingly safe move. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so this is the first questionable, like really significantly questionable move. My feeling here is to push and then peep, and then this way black has another peep over here. And so the important thing is for black to peep like this. And when black peeps here, it's just one diagonal away from jumping. And so, the jump sort of needlessly slowed black down, if only just a little bit. Okay. Good. Oh, this Atari on the bottom is very interesting. I do not recommend this one. That's because the fighting shapes here for white is very strong in the corner. So this cross-cutting fighting shape favors the side that has stronger positions and the side that has the first move, the next move. And in this case, white has both. Okay. Okay, white extends. Right. Okay, good. I'm very happy at how black recovered from just a slight misdirection from before. Right now, black is happy to sort of make white as concentrated as white wants in the corner shape. Afterwards, the outside two black stones are expendable. If white turns over here, black may play this one. White captures, black plays this one. Black clearly captures much more than white. So one slight misstep, playing a move on the inside, white connecting out, but the next sequence of moves is black really, coming back to what's very, very important, which is sustainable development and getting your groups strong and making territory. And so this is what this recent combination is doing. This could be overplays and things like that. For example, white turning seems to be a very good moment now, but if black pressed one more time and then played this, I think it would be better. Okay. All right. And oh, that's what an interesting move here. This one is wow. Okay. When white plays this one, right now I think both sides are slightly misjudging the situation. Right now, black is much weaker than white. Black would be happy to get, if white plays this way, this is probably pretty normal, like par for the course result. So black is actually much weaker than white here. White is here, so playing this move is a bit of a panicking move, and playing this move shows that black is really out on the on the attack against white, or trying to attack as hard as possible. Of course, if you think that white can just play this way or just capture this one, and make 10 points and go home at the same time, I'm sure black would have played in other ways. Okay. In the game, though, it feels like both players pretty much agree about the situation. And so black was the one to find the S10 move, which was very, very important. And we go into this very complicated fight. Very complicated fight. Let's see. White turns. Oh my god. The turn is a very reasonable move. I will not say, I could have played this turn too. It looks like white has a high chance of dying after the turn. The key here, anyways, black also didn't play perfectly. Black headbutts, and this allows white to have a few more centes and break out. All right, so this is a very good result for white again overall. Here keeping a little bit of space between us and the opponent allows black to transition into a game where black does not have to capture the entire white shape here. Yeah, it's more likely dead, but okay, great. So in the game, black surrounded white very tightly, but this somewhat allowed a potential escape to happen. So this is a very, very strong, important and good lesson for us to take away. When we're killing the opponent, it's best to keep a little bit of a distance and make sure that you're surrounding him tightly and objectively and strongly. As long as your surround is strong, you can give the opponent some space. Nothing bad will happen. But if we surround the opponent totally tight, bad things could happen. And if the opponent captures something on his way out, it would be very, very bad. In this case, even though white ends up with two groups, black ends up with two groups, so the fighting is about even and so on. right? It was at this point that white, the situations have now already been reversed. Black now is under much more danger than white. Okay. Interesting. I am not able to find the moves here for white. It's very interesting. Anyways, okay. So white takes this moment to totally seal off black. Let's see if white is successful. It's a very complicated fight. Black is gonna die by himself, but it's all about can white survive everywhere on the outside. Everywhere on the outside. I think the key here is to hurry here, and this way black has less liberties. It feels like white will also not be able to make two eyes on the top. So okay, and white is gonna get surrounded on the top. All right, so in the game, this is very complicated. White has 4 liberties. White needs to make an escape or get enough liberties to hold. Check this liberty fight out. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Black has 5 liberties left. White has white has 4, which good. This liberty race is gonna go to black. Wow, but after the liberty race goes to black, we think this is game over. But we would be pleasantly surprised that it's game over for black and not game over for white. What a unexpected result here. And yeah, if white plays here, I can count points and think I can see that black has 25, maybe 30 and 40 and 50 points. Black has 50 points again, and it's just white has 25 on the right, and seems pretty. I believe it. Wow, what a fight! What a fight! In the game, white plays a slightly different jump. Black plays the same move. It's I see it. White needs to connect this out, the middle out somehow, but I think white would have less liberties than before. Wow. All right, so in the game, it makes a bit of a misread, and the 4 stones get captured. Black survives, captures white, and the white group in the right-hand side dies. Wow. All right, so this game really shows the dangers of committing to an attack. The most important thing to attacking is the strength of your surrounding stones. And the AI move and the game move was very close. They're just protecting the cutting point. But the AI move, while it protects the cutting point, it also strengthens the outside as much as possible. So both players faltered to not having an outside surround hold against the opponent's attacks, and it was black who laughs and smiles to the end here. Nice. Another very tight and exciting fight in this one. Man, this was yeah, this must have been some intense fighting. Okay, we've made our way through the first 3 of our games, and next we have another set of 3 games. These are 6Qs and 7Qs, okay? It's Go Bob and Hansen. All right. Yes, the 3-star point opening. This is very, very good. Okay, by the way, the star point, 3-star point opening is about a point or half of a point worse, which is really no big deal at all. Good, good, good. This jump is not the typical Joseki. The typical Joseki is here, and we'll see why. White plays the attachment, white is cut apart. Wow, this is an even Joseki, surprisingly, but this move does do that. Okay, so the problem with the jump in the game is exactly this move, and this way black is gonna connect on the top. Good, good, good. And needlessly losing a d17 stone is gonna contribute to about 5 points of losses there. Okay, good, good, good. And next we have another. Yes, it's very, very good to see these modern opening Josekis here. I like it very, very much. 33. Blocking is on the right hand side, on the right side. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Extend. Yes, yes, yes. It was here when black played a very conservative move here. The Joseki is here. Typically speaking, you always want to make your moyos big enough where if the opponent invades, he's at least 50-50 or very likely to survive. Otherwise, you're just not gonna make enough to be efficient enough in the game, and then you're playing the the passive, waiting for the opponent's mistake kind of play. Now, there's nothing wrong with playing in a way that you're waiting for the opponents to make mistakes. It's a very, very strong way to play. But if you are looking for active ways of winning the game, it is important to play faster than than the most efficient. So in this game, the biggest problem is black's potential territory in the center of the board and the side. As we mentioned the previous reviews, Moyo games are all about thickness and safety. Moyo games are all about thickness and safety. Once you have thickness and you're able to use thickness effectively, it's very, very good. So right now in this game, white has much more thickness than black. White has the territory, and each territorial group is entirely safe. This means each white group on the board is very, very safe. This means white has no worries at home when white goes and starts to invade black's territory potential. And this means for black here, it's very important to identify and start to build up a lot of this thickness. Now, black already has a pretty thick position on the board, and that is the right-hand side. We talked about Q13 being a little slow, but that little bit of slowness also allows black to have an extra thick and safe groups there. Where black is a little weak is on the left and the lower side. There is a long stone on both locations. Now is a great moment for black to start developing this area, and also finishing a Joseki, choosing one of the Joseki on the bottom is also very good. Okay, so in the gameplay, yeah, black played here. So the only problem with this is that this move is Gote. White does not answer it, and we just said how white is all safe all over the board. So white really has no worries at home. White can go and invade and do all the evasions, basically. All right, in the game, white Ataris. Okay, yes, yes, and plays on the bottom, another big move. The shape point here is this. If you Atari the S17 is relatively important, but it's okay, of course, not to play it. Just be prepared to be a little uncomfortable like this. Now, I think white is doing this on purpose, so I think it's all okay. Okay, white plays this move. We do see this move being played a lot as a response to the shoulder hitting move. I have no doubt that White has learned or saw this and is taking inspiration from very, very good play. The only thing to mention here is this is a atypical game, and at this moment, the focus is on how much black can surround in the center of the board. And because of this, this move is a little bit low on the side. Another move that's very something in the middle, maybe Atari would be a little more urgent, and then we do this kind of thing. Maybe another move straight into the middle, or a fourth line version of the same pincery move would just do the trick. Right now, when white played here, white has some worries about black doing something like this and then playing a double honey. Nice. The double honey move is famously a little bit bad because it allows white to have this Panuki shape, but with K3 and L3, both of these moves here, white's shape is very, very redundant, and so this is all good for black locally here too. Note the next move is not here, It is a move, this is a good move. It leaves a lot of this buffering area versus white's very, very strong corner. The move is M5, not M4, for example. Okay, in the game, black does something quite similar. I see. Black connects. There's a reason why it's white Atari and black connects, and black almost never connects because the key here now is to play the N2 move. Remember, the moyo and counter moyo game is all about thickness. Whenever you can, you want to make your shapes thick so that in the next fight of the game you have no worries about fighting. You don't have any hands tied behind your back, so to speak. And this move, the extension, makes no possible sentes on the bottom, so it's very important, much more important than this extra line of territory here. Just a black turn is already pretty significant, right? It's a pretty significant resource for black to have in the fighting to come. Okay. In the game, black first tries to make Aji in the white corner. This is also a very, very good technique. Right now, the focus is how much black would like the game to be one where black surrounds a huge center. But in order to do that, he invites white to start a cross-cutting fight over here, and very, very good, very, very good. In the game, black chooses one of the variations that has black making the corner. Making the corner takes away white's corner, so this greatly lessens black's territory burden. Black can be very happy surrounding something relatively, half of the moyo, versus before. Yes, yeah. We saw the previous the move, and then we see another one here. Attach, tight, maybe play this. This is probably best. Make these peeps so that we can make a lot of moves at a time to surround our center. And remember, when the opponent is extra strong, we give them extra space, and we invite them to fight over the buffering zone, no man's land middle ground between the opponent's strong and thick positions and our position. Okay. This move is also kind of it's reasonable, so it's generally in the right place. It's fine. Okay, exchanges are made. Right, all right, and here white goes for the invasion. Nice. We all knew this was coming. All good, all good. Right now, again, remember before the big Moyo fight, invasion fight, it's all about thickness. Yeah, at this moment, black has a potentially very good way to make some thickness. Like this, capture the white stone on the outside. If white answers nothing much happened, and black can rejoice in the fact that the black group here has just gained some ice space, which is very important for thickness. This is a type of attack you don't typically like to play when we are attacking. Typically, we push the opponent to our strong areas. Right now, the corner is not yet that strong of an area. Surrounding him, this this gives black a chance to surround a big center. So I think that would work too. Okay, white runs towards the center. Nice, nice. This kind of move is very, very effective when it's played. Right now, white, remember, the having very, very safe shapes allows white to have no worries, no liabilities coming up in the next phase of the fight. And the key to not having liability is when the opponent threatens your group at L16, you can safely ignore these attacking moves. That's why that's the point of having no liabilities. So it's very important that we take advantage of these moments in the next phase of the fight to Tanuki and do the damage to the opponent that we really, really like to do. Destroy all his territory, great. Great. All right, so in the game, white responds, and that's going to be a good exchange locally. Both sides should Tanuki at this point. Okay, Tanuki now, which is good. This Hane is very interesting. I'd like to see the Hane before the N4 press. Right now, white has no issues blocking, so yeah. So the key here is Hane. If white plays here to fight back, black gains some like a backdoor, like a little bit of territory and safety. And if white blocks, we can cut on the outside and capture a Panuki. And really, this is very thick now. After the press, black is not able to get that much, and connecting is a key Gote move in a very crucial moment in the game. Okay, very interesting. Okay, here a white needs to take advantage of black's cutting points, whatever in the shape of space, and try to eke out a living in the middle. It's already not so clear that white has an easy time to do that, and so when white cuts here, this is a little too aggressive here, and it's gonna be punished. Yeah, the previous move, yeah, the two white moves in this case has not helped white at living. And if you think about it, black always has this back door to connect on the right hand side. So this is not going to do too much to black. The worst part is the last two moves has increased white's burden in the group, and this Atari and a wedge is very, very strong. And if black is able to get white to respond so many moves here, then black plays a move to connect. I'm thinking of this move. White now has much bleaker prospects in the next phase, and that's because white played very heavy, cut black, and then had to save that cutting stone, which is slowed white down too much. Okay. White picks the pace back up and tries to run into the center. It was here that black makes a crucial mistake. Remember, the attack is all about strengthening your weakest attacking stones. Right now, the weakest attacking stones is the middle stones. The next weakest stones are the right-hand side stones, so white may or may not be able to live. Good luck to white, and so on. Okay, so in the game, black just goes for the cut. A classic. We tried to kill white too hard. As a result, the black's own positions left a little bit of a weakness, and so as a result, white took advantage, ended up making a clearly surviving group in the middle, and wins. The game is not that bad. It's 12 points for white. It's not beyond comeback territory, but I think the psychological damage, the pessimism of attacking and having the opponent, live so comfortably, took Go Bob over the edge here. Very instructive game. Remember that when we attack, most important thing is strengthening our weakest attacking stones. Great. Okay, next we have two 7Qs, David and Jonathan. Jonathan, okay. I met David Rodriguez in real life, playing as a 7Q at Burning Board, and it's great. Had a lot of fun together. I went with my newborn baby, and he went with his young kid son, which was very fun. All right. Okay, let's see how David does here. Relatively normal conservative opening, shoulder hit. Good, good, good. Yes, yes. Yeah, this is a very common thing. The Joseki move is here, but it takes a little bit of guts to play this way. After all, you're leaving yourself very vulnerable to a cut. So this is basically saying the professionals in the game saying, I, in the quest for efficiency, efficiency is so important, and I want that extra 0.3 points. Okay, so needless to say, it's not the most consequential thing in the world. White harness is an interesting move. So the key here is for black to connect first. Connecting first threatens to push through in sente, so white is going to respond. This way, black gets sente and then continues to expand and link up on the top. In the game, this allows white to move out and destroy some of the black shapes. White in the game does not spend a move to play this very big looking move, but I understand this would be a lot of second line moves for white. So, and white's corner is already pretty safe, so makes sense. Good. David plays the slap Atari, as we like to call it. This is very good. And right now, this is a very tricky shape. White has a lot of potential problems, and so does black. The key move here for white is to play this move and prevent any problems in the white shape. Unfortunately, white plays the wrong fix. This push and cut is devastating right now for white. Yeah, and now black is in every player's dream scenario. I can capture two very important white stones either way. And let's see. Well, black captures the outside. Yeah. Just visually speaking, all four white stones here in the center are completely useless, and so a huge advantage to black at this moment. Okay, good. White plays again very strong here. Too strong here. The move is to extend up and connect our own stones together. Yeah, this is perfectly played by black here. Oh, even that Atari was played. Man, man, if David pulled this out against me, I don't think I would be able to survive. Okay, yeah. I mean, I played with David at handicapped games, so okay. White still has one hope to shore up the situation. Yes, the throw in the Atari. Black also captures white Ataris here. Now this is a decision point for black right now. Connecting could be good, but this is going to lead to Ko. And connecting here also allows white to get home. So can't help but think this part of the game, white gained a lot back. And the shortage of liberties was a culprit. Right now, letting the one white stone get captured and playing this way is very, very strong. But that would be, if you played there, you generally have to be like, it's like a one done play at least. So no worries there. Yeah, this sequence was very, very good for white did very well to find this sequence. The key here for black is to fight the Ko more and then use the moves here as a Ko threat and then take the Ko. We'll use this as a Ko threat and then take the Ko. Use this as a Ko threat and then take the Ko. In the game, black wastes a lot of Ko threats, but he still has a couple left. So let's see. At this moment, black needs to not answer the Ko anymore. He does not. Perfect. Yeah. White does some damage to black's lower right, but white's gonna get damage down the left. Huge advantage to black regardless. The key move here is this move. White will separate black somehow, and then this way black is gonna get more efficiency and keep part of the corner. Cut is working, so white is just in a very tough situation now. In the game, this attack is going very well. Black is making territory, and white is scrambling for life. It's important to note the move here is to capture clean, and I'm sure capture clean when the opponent Ataris use the bounce that is inherent in this Ko-shape to Tanuki. If black captures, it's no big deal. If black connects, it's no big deal. This is where Kos are very, very bouncy. However, in the game, white ends up in Gote over there. Make sure to live by playing here. It's 4 points. The other one is 2.5. Okay, but that's a detail. Yeah. Man, it's very nice to see David here play with a very strong emphasis on getting Sente, and then after getting Sente, he's very, very good. He played a very good game of getting to the important areas on the board. This is last end of the game flailing by white. Nothing happened in the corner and white resigned. At the end of this game, black is up by 66, so yeah, that makes sense. Lots of instructional moments in this one. We talked about this move as the Joseki. Of course, the early this is called a turtle back capture because one stone captured is a Panuki, 2 stones captured is a turtle back. Okay. Yeah, very, very tough game for white. Feels like, well, maybe David did a good job, but maybe going to Burning Board was what, maybe going to Burning Board was very good, and David played quite well in that one. Remember, David was black in the previous game, was very keen on taking Sente, and after taking Sente, going on to the big parts, the big rest of the board afterwards. Very impressive. I'm glad to to see this, and it was very active and very good to see. So it's Albert versus Sue. So Vaneko is yeah, I've seen Vaneko around online before. So okay, Joseki's black quad and extra third line. No big differences. Very happy to see the headbutting Joseki in the modern game. Rapidly, the 3-3 invasion and the headbutting Joseki to the approach to the start point is now like my default Joseki's too. So I'm glad to see that these players have also made this their default Joseki's as well. All right, very nice, high quality early game. I see nothing wrong. Very impressive, very good. This one, the local shape is here, and it's a mutual expansion point. This move makes black a lot stronger and weakens white. The game move only strengthens black, and it gives white a very nice slap Atari that should not be missed. The slap Atari forces a move that's very unimportant for black, while the Atari move is somewhat helpful for white. Okay, that's an interesting move, but it's sadly not working. Atari here is a move, and then white is just going to be donating. So when black played here, it is very important for white to Tanuki here and allow the thickness here to absorb whatever black's attacks come at the group. It's very tempting as Go players to defend your territory and stuff like that, but just remember that once you have thickness, once you have a group that's very strong, you want the opponent to try to attack it as much as possible. Okay, good. So in the game, white's tricky moves do not work on the bottom. White hanes, it's very important for black to hane over here and get as much as possible. In the game, black plays here, and so whatever white was losing earlier, white is okay now because these moves are on the outside and so on. Right, for the same reason, this one black stone is in the tiger's jaws. But just remember that white has thickness, and you don't want to be playing moves that are too close to your thickness, even when they're capturing a stone like this. Yeah. This is a moment for fighting technique. The good technique is to Atari here, maybe give up the 2 stones, maybe save the 2 stones. Either way, Atari here forces white to add moves very close to black's position, and it gives black enough liberties and things like that, and cuts down on white's liberties. If we are gonna turn Atari, we should turn Atari with more liberties like this. Right, once we resolve to push like this, it's very important for us to net the 1 stone and be okay. So in the game, it was not the most efficient, and white starts to handle the fighting a little bit better. Movies here, and then black gets many sentes. But you can see here, this is probably not a happy result for black. Black would be much happier if something like this happened. That's going to be okay. And black may be happier if something like this happened. Black is going to be okay like this too. Okay, so black was not able to do damage to white's corner. That allows white to have a pretty good lead coming in. Okay. Right, black invades here. Yeah, I understand the sentiment, but white just played a move to shore this up. The strongest end game move here is this one. It totally wastes black's move, and also white has this monkey jump later. All right, so in the game, white does not have a monkey jump, and so it's not as bad. But the focus is on black's invasion of the um, top white group, and that is just not. The invasion group died, so that can't be good. Right, so the next phase of the game, black loses 3 more stones. And is not actually able to do too much to white there. I'll give the top a pass. White did the monkey jump, could have done even better, but just the fact that white got to it was good enough. This does basically get black captured, so it's too bad. All right, so more pain upon pain. White does mess up a little bit somewhat here. The key move is to try to connect white's groups back this way. And then not only does white take black's corner is also dead. So in the game, this is a very try-hard moment. The key thing to note here is this. Any 1-2 move, it threatens the other 1-2 move, so white will probably do that to prevent the eyes. Now black has one eye, threatening to make a second eye Yasente, and then now black can just connect, and this overall shape here is actually a Seki. Black does nothing, white plays one, and then white has to play another move. Either one makes black have a connected 6 shape, and that's alive. Right, so in the game, black was not able to do that and actually ends up dying. This is too bad. Okay. This middle 5 stones died too. Very, very painful. Okay, so probably the life and death fighting decided it for in this game. This move needs to be on the outside in, then maybe we can cut. Overall feels like the white dominated the fighting later on in the game, and it's too bad. Right, at the end of the day. This invasion was a little too deep. Remember the variations about making the opponent a little heavier, and then do this, and then white cannot escape, and so on. This is sort of like you're forcing the opponent to force you to turn out. Okay. All right. With the conclusion of this game, we have finished all of our game reviews for today. Very high quality games as usual, especially the 7Qs and the 6Q guys. They played some very, very good games. They're still clearly not as strong as one does, but let's just say they played quite well, and it went well. Okay, guys, it's the last week of the North American Online League reviews. I heard that naol got a lot of new AGA members, which is great. Hope naol continues, North American Online League, and see you guys at the US Go Congress over the weekend. All right, see you guys.